All right, welcome to video number 2. Again, I'm Dr. Gabriel Long. This 6-video series is designed to help you understand everything that has to do with what's going on at Awaken Chiropractic. Is it right for me? What are my expectations? The second topic that I want to review is something we call the gap. See, in the first video, we talked about when bones shift out of alignment, they can compress the nerves, they can decrease the electricity through the nerves, almost like kinking a hose slows down the water to the garden. The garden doesn't rot overnight, but at time of repetition, it deprives the garden from what it needs, so it will break down faster than it's designed to, and it's the same way it works in our bodies. When those bones shift onto the nerves, it decreases the electricity, and it decreases our brain's ability to control our organs, control our muscles, adapt to the stresses we go through, ultimately leaving us with an increase in symptoms and a decrease in health. So this idea of the gap comes with what happens also when those bones shift onto those nerves. It decreases the electricity, but it also suppresses the strength of the nervous system. So I want you to think about all the stress that you go through. You go through physical stress, slips, falls, traumas, accidents, big and small. Gravity's pressing down on you right now. I want you to start thinking about everything that your body encounters as a stress. These physical stresses can add up to about 20-ish% of the amount of stress you go through on a daily basis. On top of that, you have chemical stress. There's chemicals in our food, air, water that are poisoning our body that our nervous system has to accommodate for, and it tends to be around 30% of the overall stress. Now, the biggest one is emotional stress. Emotional stress makes up, on average, over half of the stress that your body encounters as a whole. So let's start adding this up like a bar graph. Add up all your physical stress. Maybe you lift a lot of things at work. Maybe you have a desk job. Maybe we start getting into your chemical stresses. Maybe your lifestyle. You have maybe a little bit of a poor diet at this time. Or we're not fully hydrated. We don't have the nutrition that we need. And what happens is all this stress starts to just pile on, pack on, and just like a bar graph, it starts to raise. And then we add in that emotional stress, and it's through the roof typically. So let's, for argument's sake, say the quantity of how much stress on average your body is going through is this severe. The key to health in our bodies is to ensure that our central nervous system, the operating system, is stronger than the amount of stress that our bodies are going through. That our body's ability to heal is at a greater magnitude than the stress that's breaking our bodies down. This difference is the gap. What chiropractors do when we make adjustments to your nervous system, we take pressure back off those nerves, like unkinking the hose, giving the garden the water again. But more importantly, like going to the gym when you break your body down, it builds back stronger. We rehabilitate the strength of the nervous system. See what happens, and one of the things that we analyze for is long ago, if you're feeling symptoms today and you're considering coming to see us, is if a bone shifts onto a nerve, decreasing the electrical messages, it also suppresses the strength of the nervous system. And as we said in the last video, it can take up to 10 years for your body to finally cause a symptom. You're still in a place of healing, though the capacity of your nervous system has suppressed. And what happens is, over time, we can dip below the level of average stress that we're going through. What do you think this is called? If this is regeneration, this is degeneration, the act of healing, the act of breakdown. And most people are living their life where their daily stresses are at a greater severity and magnitude than their nervous system can even handle. So that means daily stresses are causing further breakdown that used to not be a big deal, but because it's been there for so long, it's like a thorn that's been in your foot. Immediately, it's an annoyance. Over the course of time, you get infected, and it's a much bigger issue. A small problem for a long time becomes a big problem. So the majority of people that we evaluate, and the thing we'll be checking out on you, is where's the strength of your nervous system at in relation to the amount of stress that you're going through. If you're down here, where you're in an active state of degeneration and breakdown, the first phase of care is going to rehabilitate the strength of your system. Every single adjustment compounding to get your body to no longer be breaking down. We're going to be talking about this in our next video. It's called the 3 phases of care. We'll see you in a minute.